Shalom, shalom wa ahaba, mishpaka, shalom wa ahaba. Peace and love, family, peace and love. I want to say shalom to the whole house of Israel, all 12 tribes scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, to wherever we've been driven to the lands of our captivity. I would also like to say shalom to the sojourners, the Gentiles, and the foreigners, and all those who give thanks, honor, and praises to the Elohim, or God of the Bible, and his only begotten Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, to whom many of you refer to as Christ. Hallelujah. Mishpaka. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of a video that came across my feed earlier today, or earlier this week, and then I looked at it again today. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to share this with y'all because this is one of the main reasons, if not the main reasons, that I do think that Yah is going to turn the lights off. You know what I mean? That in our near future, in our lifetimes, the Most High is going to cut the power off, because that is the only way that they're going that is the only way that the beast system will be able to be dealt with. And I'm gonna show you something that lets me know that the people have been conditioned to accept the system of the Antichrist, the system of the beast. And it's not gonna come from some spook crazy, you know what I mean, what people think to be like some type of wild supernatural, even though it's gonna have some supernatural elements. It's more right in front of your face than most people are willing to realize. Now I'm gonna show you some footage of some robots in China doing kung fu, and I want you to see a little bit of this footage and chew on it, and then I'm gonna just present a couple of questions after this footage. Check this out, Mr. Picard.
To understand how far these machines have come, you have to start here. January 2025, China's Spring Festival Gala, the most watched television event on Earth. 16 Unitree H1 robots walked onto the stage and performed Yanko, a traditional folk dance requiring precise footwork, rhythmic spins, and synchronized handkerchief movements. Over 1 billion people were watching. The robots didn't miss a beat. Synchronization accuracy, 99%. Response time, under 50 milliseconds. Falls, 0. The world was impressed. Engineers were impressed. Elon Musk was impressed. But inside Unitree's headquarters in Hangzhou, the CEO had already decided that a folk dance wasn't enough. He wanted the robots to fight. What he built next would make the handkerchief dance look like a warm-up. Before the 2026 gala, Unitree did something unusual. They took their robots outside at the Temple of Heaven in Beijing, one of the most recognizable cultural landmarks on Earth. Dozens of G1 robots lined up in formation and performed synchronized kung fu. Punches, kicks, formation changes, moving in perfect unison across ancient stone under an open sky. No controlled studio, no perfect lighting, no safety net, just robots doing martial arts in front of a 600-year-old temple. It was a test, a public rehearsal, and it told the engineers exactly what the gala stage would demand, because what they were preparing for, what came next, was something no robot had ever attempted in front of that many people. While the G1 robots were fighting on the main stage, something else was happening 1,200 kilometers away. At a sub-venue in Yiwu, an H2 robot appeared dressed in the full armor of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, golden cudgel in hand, Monkey King crown on its head. Standing on top of two B2W quadruped robots playing the role of somersault clouds, it descended from above. It landed. It moved through the streets like a character from legend. The H2 costs $29,900. It has more degrees of freedom than any previous Unitree model. It's dexterous.
$30,000. Mr. Picard.
Hands were specifically.
When you look at that, I just want to ask you, for those of you who are fascinated by that kind of technology and think this AI thing is so great for the world, and in many instances, it may make things a little bit more convenient. But what happens when the world rulers program those things to come after you? Now, what makes you think that the people who rule this world are not going to use those things as weapons? And when they come up with weapons, what is stopping? You saw what they did with the nuclear bomb, the so-called atom bomb. They used it. Now, when you understand, sleek out, Mr. Picard, sleek out. Now, when you understand that the top two classes out of the four major classes of people on this planet, the top two classes are trying to figure out what to do with the third and fourth class. The top two classes are the ruling elite. They rule most of everything of what we see. The third class is the middle class. Those are the entrepreneurs. Back in the days, they would have been the blacksmiths and the tailors and the carpenters. The fourth class are the slaves. They are trying to totally eliminate the fourth class and trying to minimize and pull back the third class. So when you know that these people have these things on their mind, that population control is one of their main concerns. And it's not that the world is overpopulated, their cities are. Because down there where my family owns land in South Carolina, it is too much land that you ride past to get to our family's land for you to ever make me believe that the world is overpopulated. And as long as we got cemeteries and golf courses and all that kind of place, you ain't gonna never be getting me to believe that we're out of space for the human race. You see what I'm saying? It's just too many people that's convenient for them in the system that they're trying to implement. So when you see them devising all this technology and this technology that can think for themselves, how long is it going to be before they program them things to come after you and me? And what are you going to do when they program them things to come after you and me? And then when these idiots, these educated fools, these arrogantly ignorant people who rule the world, when they unleash that beast of a system through that demonic AI system that I think they're creating in order to bring the demons and the fallen angels back into our reality. And these things start to deem the human race as a threat when it starts thinking for itself. Welcome to Terminator 2, man. Skynet, Eagle Eye. And any of these things that you've seen in these movies that you thought was science fiction. And now this stuff is coming to a reality. Because we dropped the ball when we started letting them put all these cameras up, these speed cameras, and these red light cameras. And then all of this stuff and all this data that they are collecting on all of us. All they're doing is perfecting their robots. And when they perfect them robots, they're going to use those robots against the human race. So for all you people out there that think that that's a good thing, what are you going to do when they program them things to come after you? And this is why when I see that, I say to myself, with all of my faith, all of my emunah, that the Most High Yah is going to turn the lights completely off. And people are going to have to survive the way that they did the thousands of years before something gave us the knowledge of electricity. Because people always say, oh, we wouldn't know it if God wouldn't have gave us the knowledge. Those are the people who ain't been taught the whole of the Bible. Go into Genesis 6 and go into the book of Enoch, and you will see that those that fought against the Most High in the heavenly realm came down here and taught the descendants of Adam things that they were not supposed to know. And these entities are still amongst us today in different forms and probably in different people. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And always remember to keep the fire burning. A little more oil in my lungs. Hallelujah. Mishpachah, keep your eyes open. Stay prepared so that you don't have to get prepared. And remember that your redemption is near. Until we meet again, Mishpachah, Kuma Yisrael, Gam Yasha'al, Raj Yisrael, Shalom, Shalom, Salam, Mishpachah. Hallelujah.